Hi, garden friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Era, and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I'm at Lowe's, but this is not my Lowe's, and I'm checking out their clearance rack. Let's see what they have. All right, guys, this is the tier system for the clearance plants at Lowe's. So first up, they have this beautiful Primavera lavender. This is from the folks at Monrovia. This is a full sun perennial that's usually $13.48, which means it's going to be $7. I'm a big fan of lavender, but it doesn't like me. I've tried different types of lavenders in different parts of the yard, in containers, in the ground. They just don't do great. Now, I like them because they do great for the pollinators. I like the fact that you could use it in the kitchen. I like the fact that they're great to prevent the mosquitoes, but for whatever reason, they are not like in my yard, but they have quite a bit of them here at this Marietta Lowe's. They've got the Paparazzi Jagger Phlox. This is a perennial that's usually $13.48, which means it will be $7. I don't have this in my yard, but this is what the flowers look like, and this is what the foliage looks like. It actually looks great. I'm not even going to lie about it. These are looking really nice and healthy, and they have quite a bit of them. They've got some sedum. This is the Sun Sparkler Dazzleberry. Again, $13.48, which means you're only paying $7. And they have at least 12 of them, guys, at this store. Really nice looking. I don't need any more. I have some already. I'm a big fan of sedum, and it says a lot that I'm not going to pick the sedum up because I really don't need any more. They are really, really nice. They don't like to be overwatered. They like absolute blazing sun, and they like to have space between each of them, and they're really nice to divide. Really, really nice price. They've got a lot of Coleus on clearance as well. Now, this is the Proven Winners Color Blaze Sedona Sunset. That's usually $6.98, which means you're paying $4 for it. Now, you guys, I'm a big fan of Coleus. You can bring them inside and turn them into a houseplant. You can propagate them, root them up, and bring them inside and put them in some soil as well. So really, really nice. Not sure why it's on clearance already, but that's nothing for me to worry about so long as I can get it on clearance. Now, further down, they'll have what looks like some Angelonia, looking kind of rough, right? Looking kind of rough, but these are also going to be $7. They have these really nice purple blooms, really, really nice, again from Monrovia. They've got some macho fern part sun plants that are usually $19.98, which means it's going to be half off. Really, really nice. And then they have some Kimberly Queen ferns that are also used to be $19.98, but now going to be $10. Not a bad looking set of plants, guys, I must say. I can compare it to my store. My store does have some decent quality ones too. Really, really nice. They've got the Demon and Lace Russian Sage. Now, these are usually $13.48, which means it's going to be $7. Now, I bought these on clearance from my store 2 different times, 2 plants at a time. At this particular point, I only have one that's alive. I find that the stems or the little small, trunk of the plant is very weak, so it doesn't stay up much. I'm not sure what the story is, but they have them here from Proven Winners. You're going to pay $7 if you get them. They have at least 12 of them here. Then they also have some of the New Guinea Impatiens. I like these because these can take either sun or shade, and they're not as water hungry as a typical impatient, but I really, really like these. $10.98, which means you are paying $7. They've got some sun-kissed mix tropical hibiscus. These are usually the ones that have 3 different hibiscus in there. They have the pink, they have the yellow, they have the red. It says it blooms constantly during the summer, and it's true. I really am a big fan of hibiscus, whether it's hardy or it's tropical, and you can see they're all budded up. Now, sometimes you don't know why things end up on clearance, but we have a really long growing cycle, so I can have plants still blooming up until the first week in November. So I wouldn't mind buying something like this. I don't know what the price is though. Probably $12 or something, which would make it $7 here on clearance. They have a lot of the marigolds that are usually $13.98. Now this is going to be in a 8-pack. So that's definitely a good price. More of the sun patience. right? And they have some of the individual marigolds. They also have some pink panther foxgloves. Now, this is not a surprise. These guys end up on every clearance rack I see because they look kind of rough around this time. Now is a good time to be cutting these guys back, and you can get a nice plant for next year. $15.98, which means you're going to get it for half off. I know it looks bad, but all you have to do is clean up all that brown stuff you see, cut it all the way back down to 6 inches, and put it in some part sun because it's really hot right now. You don't want to be cutting stuff back and doing all kinds of stuff with plants and then put it back in the hot sun, right? So after you cut all that brown stuff back, you cut it back down to 6 inches, you put it in part sun, and you don't overwater it. You leave it alone, and you're going to see new foliage come back. And then you're going to see the plant do really, really well, and then you can plant it for the fall, which is 6 weeks before your last frost date. They've got some ready fill containers with petunias. This is a Super Cal petunias, $16.98, which means it will be half off. Really, really pretty, really, really nice for your containers, for your hanging baskets as your spiller. Then they have another one of the ready fill, but this one is of the Angelonia and the Lantana. Again, $17.98, which means it will be half off. Guys, these are really a good deal if you have a long season. More Coleus on clearance for $6.98, which means you're going to be paying $4. This particular one here is the Color Blaze Mini Me Chartreuse. Again, a great plant to bring inside when it gets cold, a great plant to propagate, root it up, and get more plants in the house. They've got some Chrysalis Purple Buddleia or Butterfly Bush. These guys here are perennial, $13.48, which means you're paying $7. I started seeing this earlier on in the year, seeing them selling these butterfly bushes in these smaller containers. And if you don't want something really, really big, you can actually buy this guy here and keep it really, really small. They don't grow that big. $7 for a perennial. You guys know butterfly bushes love full sun, and they are loved by the pollinators. They've got more ferns. This particular one here is the Boston fern, usually $16.98, which means it will be half off. I always see Boston ferns. They always have them on sale or clearance at all the big boxes, but I never buy them because I don't have anywhere to put like ferns that are hanging, and I don't have a big, front porch. I don't have like a double porch. I don't have anywhere I can hang these things, but they are really, really nice and usually really great prices. It wasn't a lot, but it was definitely something to see, guys. Let me know how things are going with your clearance shopping and what quality of plants do you see on your clearance rack. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my new videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.